everyone, welcome to an extraordinary TV show. Are you happy? Are you satisfied with your relationship with yourself and others? Does stress deplete all the energy and happiness of your life? If any of these thoughts have ever crossed your mind, then you should keep watching this show. Welcome to the Be Happy project with a special guest. Avinash Ananda is an internationally renowned leadership advisor, happiness strategist, motivational speaker, master behavioral trainer, business coach, management consultant, crisis counselor, author, executive mentor, and culture catalyst. Acknowledged by the media and professionals as a leadership and happiness guru, honored with the title of one of the 51 most fabulous global happiness leaders by the World HRD Congress, and with the recognition of being one of the 100 inspirational leaders of India, awarded by White Page International, Avinash has coached corporate executives at all levels of management from over 250 companies, including global brands such as Microsoft, Google, LG, Amazon, and so on. He has personally mentored over 400 leaders and trainers, and has also trained over 500,000 people on all aspects of leadership and happiness. Avinash Ananda is the founder-director of Global Academy of MetaMind Alignment, a behavioral training organization that is dedicated to the research and teaching of the relationship between happiness, leadership, human potential optimization, and productivity. Avinash is the chairman of the International Institute of Personality Development, focused on empowering the youth to develop the knowledge, mindsets, and skill sets to achieve success and happiness in life through a value-centered approach. Avinash Ananda is also Dean of Management Institute of Behavioral Sciences. His experiences range from being invited to a breakfast meet of world leaders with Obama at Washington, D.C., being a mentor to inspirational leaders across Europe, and being a faculty of a Harvard Business School publishing certification program on strategy and innovation, to senior IT professionals in India, to teaching happiness to Dalai Lama monks in the Himalayas, and working towards shaping thousands of students into next-generation leaders. So, Avinash, after having breakfast with Obama, it's time for a coffee kick with me at GRDiscovery. Dear Avinash, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So happy to be on your show. Thank you.
I'm very excited to have this meeting today, and we are all looking forward to learning more about happiness.
Lovely. Happy to be here. Very happy to be part of your happy project also.
Thank you very much. What exactly is happiness?
What exactly is happiness? Wow. I love the way, Iona, you just get into it right away, huh? So what is happiness? Happiness is different for different people. What may make you happy may be different from what may make me happy. No? Happiness is basically a positive feeling. The trick is, or the thing that people are looking for is how to make that positive feeling last.
So is it a state of mind? Is it chemistry? Is it a mental situation?
Yeah. See, most people look at happiness as state of mind. I look at two types of happiness. I say that one happiness is state of mind, but that is like the waves of the ocean. The waves, they're sometimes up, they're sometimes down. Sometimes it's high tide, sometimes it's low tide. So in life also, sometimes we have happiness, we have sadness, we feel good, we feel bad. But that is the happiness as a state of mind. Happiness as a state of mind is usually connected with how we feel in the moment and what we want. If we get what we want, we are happy. If we don't get what we want, we are not happy. So that is happiness as a state of mind. But I believe through my research and through my experience that there is another type of happiness called happiness as a way of being. Happiness as a way of being is the happiness that you have on the journey towards getting what you want. So if you get only happiness after you get what you want, then that is very short-lived. And that, unfortunately, that's what happens with people. If you get success, you're happy. If you get failure, you're unhappy. But during the journey, there is no guarantee of happiness. The second type of happiness, happiness as a way of being, is like the bedrock of the ocean. So you have the waves on the top, you have the bedrock at the bottom, which is calm, which is still, which has power. It's like the aura that you carry along with you. So no matter what is happening on the surface, the good things will happen, bad things will happen, you will feel good, you will feel bad. That's state of mind. But as a way of being, you carry this happiness along with you wherever you go, and you are happy even through the journey of life. That is happiness before success. So two types of happiness.
Oh, then is happiness a choice we have to make?
100%.
I mean, like, I choose to be happy now at the moment because I am what I am, I have what I do have, and so I'm happy with it. I'm okay, I live in the present.
See, we look at happiness in 9 different dimensions, and out of that, satisfaction or contentment, where you are happy with what you have, is only one of the dimensions. There are so many other dimensions like love. There is motivation. There is happiness is of multiple types. So having happiness as by accident or having happiness by choice. These are the two ways. Most people live their lives by accident. Whereas it's very, very possible to choose happiness and to learn the ways to make yourself be happy. But that depends on your capability. You should know how to make yourself happy. That's what we teach.
So happiness is really a complicated thing.
If you try
Not
if
easy
you
to
don't
reach.
analyze anything, it's complicated. If you just enjoy it, then it's very simple. See, it's like a flower. If you look at the flower and you enjoy the flower, it's beautiful. But the moment you start having a seminar about the flower, if you want to have interview about the flower with the botanist, and then you start opening out the flower, you check the petal, you check the different part, then it looks very complicated. So if you enjoy it, it's very simple. If you analyze it, then it gets complicated. It's actually
So how?
in the moment, and if we are able to train our mind to be happy, then it can be a choice.
Oh, how can we train our mind to find happiness?
How can we train our mind? See, first of all, we have to understand our mind. huh? Before we train our mind, we have to understand what is the mind right now. The mind is automatically trained for unhappiness. Okay? So it is.
Why is that?
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely true. See, before trying to train the mind, we should know what is the mind, and we should know why should we train the mind. So let's look at why should we train the mind. Uh, in the mind, you might have heard of, in Western psychology, it is said that you have the conscious mind and you have subconscious mind. You've heard of that, right? You're familiar with it, the subconscious mind. So the uh, conscious mind has a lot of glitches. Like in software, it's like software, no? So in software, there are some bugs or some viruses, which don't allow the software to work well. That's why you have so many software developers who work on a project and they try to debug this program. So like that, in all our minds, in our programming, there are some bugs, there are some viruses. Now, fortunately, with the corona, we've been able to move ahead. So thank God that the world is safe again. I hope it is, and I hope it remains that way. But the important thing is that these viruses that are there are different type of virus. This is errors in our programming. It is called cognitive bias. There are some mistakes that our mind, our brains automatically make. There is a lot of research done on this in a field called behavioral economics. So it's a greatly studied field by researchers, by scientists. Basically, to make it simple, I tell you this, Iona, the mind makes bad decisions because of these viruses. And these bad decisions make us more and more unhappy. Okay? This is the problem with the conscious mind. The problem with the subconscious mind is that the subconscious mind has beliefs. Most of our beliefs come from where? You tell me, where do they come from? From our society, from our culture,
Early experiences, maybe?
parents, experiences, bad experience or good experience. All of these beliefs, they come from childhood. Is that true or not? So if these beliefs come from childhood, many of these experiences we did not choose. When we are children, how can we choose? We cannot choose our parents. We cannot choose what the parents will tell us. Research suggests that well-meaning parents, they tell their children at least 148,000 times something negative. Don't do this, don't touch this, you cannot do it, you are an idiot, or you are just like your uncle who is also an idiot, or be careful, you will fall, don't do that. So a lot of fear, a lot of negativity is put into the child from the time of birth. Not because they mean to put negative, they care for the child, but automatically it is done. So environment puts beliefs in, experiences put beliefs in. All of this is not chosen. So our beliefs in the subconscious mind can be programmed for unhappiness. Our software glitches or biases in our conscious mind are also tuned towards making lousy decisions which give us unhappiness. So the mind by itself is quite a mess. The mind needs to be trained. Most people are unhappy because they are full of fear. And now fear was a good thing maybe when we were, in the old, in the Stone Age, because at that time there was only two things: fight or flight. Flight is run away. Fight is, so if there is a wild animal, you have to run away. If there is another caveman trying to take away your woman, you have to fight. So this is primitive man. The primitive man had only this brain at the back developed, right, which is the primitive reptilian brain. As man has evolved, if you believe in the theory of evolution, the frontal cortex, prefrontal cortex of the mind is developed, which is the rational brain. But most people don't operate from the rational brain. They operate still from fight and flight, right? So people, when they get shouted at by the boss, for example, they will feel scared or they will want to fight back. So the dangers are not the same as what they used to be, but the reactions are pretty much the same because they are biologically programmed. So psychologically, biologically, in many ways, the mind is programmed to be unhappy. We have to learn to train the mind, and this can be done with some specific practices. It's very possible.
How can we deal with it? Give us some advice, please.
Some ways to train the mind?
Yes.
There's several ways to train the mind, but I would say, for example, if you use the acronym MIND, M-I-N-D, the first is meaning. M is for meaning. So the mind is about making some meaning of the situation. Always the mind makes some meaning. So for example, if somebody tells you something, the way you interpret that will determine how you respond to that particular situation. Are you with me? So, for example, if somebody tells you, if somebody in the workplace, for example, is not talking to you. Now, if you make the meaning that he is not talking to me because he doesn't like me, you may feel bad. But if you make the meaning that he is not talking to me, maybe he is troubled by something else. Maybe his wife is not talking to him or some problem happened, So then you will interpret it differently. So our interpretation, our perception often changes the meaning. So it's not what happens to us, but it's the meaning that we give that changes our interpretation and changes our feeling. So that is one thing.
So and how we react to the facts.
Say that again.
And it is how we react to the facts.
Yeah, how we react, how we understand it. It's not only the reaction comes later. Very often our understanding of the situation is not good. There's a beautiful line, when you change the way you see things, the things you see will change. It's the perception. See, if my glasses are blue color, I will see everything blue.
Yes, that's right.
So, I'm saying that whenever a person is behaving with you in a particular way, why don't you look at it in a way that makes you feel good instead of looking at it in a way that makes you feel bad?
Well, it's not easy.
Sorry?
It's not easy.
But it's possible. Nothing worthwhile is easy. Nothing. Actually, if you want nothing, nothing is very easy. Everything else is difficult. Easy is a beautiful, word which you make into an acronym, EASY. everyone always says yes. Okay. How to make things easy, that's important, but for that you need to learn some techniques. For example, I'll give you for this one. How do you change, your question, Iona, is how do you change your perception of a situation? If it is negative, how you make it positive? That's your question? Yeah?
Yes, it is.
So one way, for example, a very powerful way is with questions. See, the mind, if you understand the way the mind works, the mind is always looking for answers to questions. If you ask yourself a question, the quality of the question will determine the quality of the answer. Let me illustrate. Let me give you an example. Let's say, Iona, let's say that your boy, are you married, Iona?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Let's say
Good for me.
There's one recipe for happiness. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Huh? Okay, joking is another way to be happy. Don't get into all these complicated things. Let's say your boyfriend left you at any point of time. I hope it doesn't happen to you. I don't even know if you have a boyfriend. But let's say that earlier in your life, sometime you had a boyfriend, the boyfriend left you. Now, this could be for the viewers also. A viewer could have boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay, it is a case study.
Say again?
It's a case study. It happens to most of the people every day.
Oh, there you go.
It's possible.
See, every day it happens. My God, so
To
I'm
other
joking.
people.
I'm kidding. So let's say the boyfriend. Now, at the time when your boyfriend leaves you, what do you tell yourself?
Perhaps he doesn't love me enough.
Oh, exactly. So,
or I'm not good enough.
Beautiful, huh? So, or you could tell yourself, thank God he left me. So at least the right person will come in my life. Are you with me? How you talk to yourself will determine how you feel about a situation. Because you are talking to yourself. We are always talking to ourselves 600 words per minute. Okay? We're talking to ourselves. We don't realize it. Thankfully, we are not talking aloud because people will think we are mad, So it's good that we talk in our own mind. But when you talk to yourself, what is it that you tell yourself? Do you tell yourself, oh my God, If you ask yourself question, why me, why he left me, then your brain will answer because you are not good. So don't ask question like why me. Don't ask question why does this happen. Ask a question which is more powerful. Such as, I'll give you 3 power questions. 3 power questions you can ask yourself. These are called 3 meta-mind power questions. Number 1 is, what is good about this? So, for example, boyfriend leaves you. What is good about this? It may be very difficult to find something good, especially when you're feeling bad. I understand that. I respect that. But I'm saying, train your mind to focus on the good. What is good about this? So maybe, you will answer, it's good he left me now. If he had left me later, it would be a problem. Suppose we got married and then he left me, it would be more problem. Good he left now. So what is good about this? Are you with me, Yona? It's a very powerful question where you can look for good even in bad situations. But there are some situations I understand and I respect where there is nothing good. Yeah? In that situation, ask yourself the other power questions. I'm not saying that all these questions can be used everywhere. I'm saying you see which one can be used, because you cannot use every tool for every problem. You cannot use a hammer for everything. You have to have a lot of different tools. So you have to have different techniques, different tools. I'm giving you 3. Number 1, what is good about this? Number 2, what can I learn from this? What can you learn from that boyfriend leaving you, for example? Maybe you can learn next time, choose better boyfriend.
Sure. And trust less, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. So third question could be...
Someone can get benefited from such a situation.
That's right. Very good. Very nice.
There is also good in bad.
Super. So maybe your experience, you can teach other people something also. The third question you could ask yourself is, what should I do next? It's a very powerful question, because sometimes there is nothing good about a situation. See, I lost my father earlier this year, 6 months ago. My father had a heart attack and he went. Now, at that time, it was the height of the corona situation. Everything was. At that time, I cannot tell you what is good about this. That's a stupid question to ask, So we have to be sensitive also. There are many people going through many tough times. All I'm saying is, please don't lose hope. There are ways to train your mind to focus on the happy thing. So I could not ask me what is good about this. I cannot ask myself that question. What can I learn from this? How can I learn anything? My father is gone. What can I learn? I will only blame myself, So I should not do that. So I asked myself the third question. What should I do next? So the answer to that was, Avinash, you should take care of your mother. Avinash, you should, take care of everybody's health in the family, the other people who are there. Make them a little more cheerful. Let them not all the time be crying, although I understand it's a difficult situation, but you should be the strong one, like your father. So we talk to ourselves. We have to talk to ourselves and direct our own mind to be more positive. We have to take, as you said beautifully, take the choice, take the responsibility that you are responsible for your being happy. So the first thing you should be responsible for is the talk that you do to yourself. Tell yourself positive things and ask yourself positive, powerful questions. Don't ask yourself question, oh no, why is this happening? Oh no, will the future be bad? Don't ask the question like that. Ask yourself question, what can I do to make things better? What can I do to learn something from it? What can I do to make other people's life better? Positive questions, positive talk is one very powerful way to change the mind from negative to positive.
This is very important.
It is, right?
Right. What should I do next? It's great because it motivates you for the next steps.
See, the problem is, is that we for motivation. See, Zig Ziglar said motivation is like having a bath. You have to have bath every day. You cannot say, oh, I had bath last week, so I don't want today. You have to have every day. Right? So similarly, motivation is like that. We have to motivate every day. We have to motivate our mind every day. Because every day there's people throwing negative on us everywhere. We are also talking negative things. There are negative incidents happening. So if you have to live in this world with a lot of negative coming on you, imagine you are in an automobile, you're in a car, and you're driving and there's a lot of dirt and there's rain and everything is slow, something is coming on the screen. You have to have the wiper. You have to clean it. So we have to clean our own minds every day. We have to motivate ourselves every day. And a powerful way to do that is with words, with language. Let us use positive language. Next time somebody asks you, how are you? Iona says, fantastic. Say, fantastic. Don't say, I'm okay, I'm fine. Okay? Sometimes the words will make you change the way you think. It will motivate other people. So please be careful of the quality of words you use. Don't tell somebody. Many people with the correct intention. The intention may be very good. Like for example, elderly people, mother, father, somebody, uncle. They will say, "Oh, what happened? You are not looking very well today. Huh? Are you okay?" Huh? Then suddenly we start feeling not well. Because they're telling us, we love the love that they're giving us, but along with love, don't give negativity. You say, wow, you're looking great today. You start feeling great. Instead of saying, oh, you're looking so sad. Are you with me?
Yeah, it's the worry, the anxiety, our fears that grow every day.
Say that again, please. The worry, anxiety, fears?
Our fears may grow every day if we have such conversations.
That's right. That's right. Huh?
You don't look well today, and so you get even worried about yourself.
That's right. That's right. So the line is, if you fan a feeling, it becomes a flame. Fan when you fan. So if you put the fan on the feeling will become fire. It will become like a flame. This is a beautiful line by Varsha, who is a psychotherapist. She's my business partner also. She says this. She's very powerful. If you put more energy on something, that thing will grow. Where focus goes, energy flows. Where focus goes, energy flows. So if you put more focus on something, that will become bigger and bigger. If you put more focus on negativity, negativity will become big. If you put more focus on positivity, positivity will become big. It's entirely up to you. Where do you want to put your focus?
So, how is happiness related to success? Because being happy or feeling happy and successful at the same time is a difficult task.
Yeah. So,
So, if they are related, it's a problem.
yeah, it's a problem if you think it's a problem. We change the language first. And second, we change our way of looking at it. I would say don't call anything a problem. Call it a challenge. Or call it,
This is a better word.
Sorry?
It's a better word. Yeah, it's a challenge, not a problem.
The word in Chinese for crisis is also opportunity, but that's a different story. The point here is that we need to understand happiness and we need to understand success. Success is defined as achievement of desired goal. Anything you want, if you get it, you're successful, right? Happiness is a good feeling. So can we have a good feeling on the journey towards success? This is what I shared in the beginning. The two types of happiness is a state of mind, happiness is a way of being. If you carry happiness as a way of being, that means you have trained your mind to make happiness into a habit. Don't let happiness become only a choice. It should start with a choice, but it should become a habit. For example, when you brush your teeth, is it a choice to brush your teeth? Yeah, maybe in the beginning it was a choice. Okay. But now, today,
it is a habit.
So I'm saying if we make happiness into a habit, then happiness will be a way of being and it will be with us all the time, whether we have success or we don't have success. Doesn't matter. Success will come or success will not come, but if we have happiness as a habit, we will always be happy on the road towards success. If we fail, what happens? If we fail, are we going to feel bad? Yes, we will. But that bad feeling is like the waves. It will be little and it will come back up again. How fast can you bounce back? It's called bounce back ability or resilience. How much are you going to remain down and how fast can you come back up? That is the power. And that can only happen when happiness is a habit. You heard of Thomas Edison? Thomas Edison was known as one of the most prolific inventors of his time. He had 1,097 patents to his credit in the US Patent Office. You know Thomas, right? What did he do?
Excuse me?
What did he do?
I didn't hear you.
What did Thomas do? What did Thomas Edison do?
What did?
Thomas Edison. He was an inventor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
with the lamp.
Lamp, that's right. Huh? So you know the story? You know that famous story? 10,000 times
yes,
he failed. Yeah?
He tried so many times, but never gave up.
Beautiful, beautiful. So similarly, when he failed 5,000 times, somebody asked him, reporter asked him, "Sir, why do you persist in this madness? You know that we are destined to live life with oil lamp. Huh? Why? You have already failed 5,000 times." He said, "Young man, you do not understand the way the world works. I have not failed 5,000 times. I have successfully identified 5,000 ways in which it will not work, which brings me 5,000 ways closer to the way in which it will work." It's all about the way of thinking. This man, Thomas Edison, what people don't know is that when he was in his 60s, late 60s, his whole house burnt up, where all his inventions, everything was burning. And he was looking at the house burning, and he called his wife. He said, "See, look, all my mistakes are burning. All my mistakes are burning." The man is positive even while the house is burning. See, most people are positive after 1 year, after 2 years. We say time will heal. Today you have failure, tomorrow you will have success. Don't worry, it will take you time. No time. This man, Thomas Edison, he's seeing the burning and he's saying, "Wow, my mistakes are burnt. Let's start again." Okay? He's got the energy. So when happiness becomes a habit, then success doesn't matter. And there's another interesting thing, that if happiness is a habit, as a way of being, then you will use the energy of happiness, because happiness is energy, right? You see the energy? This energy gets transmitted to everybody around you, and this energy will make you keep on keeping on, keep on keeping on. I call that the KOKO formula. KOKO means keep on keeping on. Persistence. Because for getting success, you are going to go through failure. But the problem is if you give up when you fail. Failing is just a learning experience. But you have to have the energy to pick yourself up and go on. That energy comes from happiness. If you are happy with yourself, if you're happy with your big mission or your vision, if you're happy with who you are, you can have the energy to pick up and go on and on and on until you succeed. So happiness is the energy or the fuel that takes you towards success faster. Happiness is also the magnet that attracts success to you. People want to be around happy people. People don't want to be around sad people and boring people. So, you know, one of my my godson, my nephew, he came to me once. He was 10 years old. He told me, he said, Avu, he calls me Avu. My name is Avinash. My Greek name is Nashos. Okay, Thanasis.
Yes, Thanasis, you know it.
I have Greek family also. Okay, basically friends who became my family. So Martha from that family, she named me. So he told me, he said, Avu, I like this girl in my class. The small boy, 10-year-old, 11-year-old boy, he comes and tells me, I like this girl in my class, but I'm feeling a little shy. How do I get her to talk to me? How do I attract her attention? So I asked him, I said, Arnav, tell me something. How do you catch a butterfly? He was thinking, butterfly, how you catch a butterfly? Maybe I go catch like this. I said, which other way? He said, maybe I catch with the net. So I said, okay. What is the best way? He said, I don't know, you tell me. I said, best way to catch a butterfly is build a garden. If you have a beautiful garden with many, many flowers, the butterfly will come. So he said, but the butterfly may also go away. I said, don't worry, more will come. The point is this, if you are satisfied with yourself, if you're happy with yourself, you will be smiling, you will have positive energy, and automatically you will attract everything you want. You will attract the butterfly, you will attract the money, you will attract everything. So happiness is very powerful in relation with success, but you must have happiness first. Success will come later. Most people say, I will be happy when I am successful. I said, no, you be happy now, then success will come. That is the relationship.
Well,
as I see it.
I'm not happy now that we have to end this meeting, at least for now, but I would like to reschedule a meeting with you to talk about happiness and love.
One of my favorite subjects. Lovely. Beautiful talking to you. Thank you very, very much. Stay happy.
Thank you very much for your time and the valuable knowledge you shared with us.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch for more, okay?
Lovely. Bye-bye. See you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you all for watching. May you always be well and happy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.